Viewer discretion is advised.
The torso begins to move, slowly straightening into an upright position. Its arms begin swinging, damaging and destroying several structures around it. SCP-3456 has stopped moving its arms and turns towards the reconnaissance team. Hello everybody, I'm TheRubber. Today, we bring you SCP Foundation KETER Class Object SCP-3456. SCP-3456 are a group of quadruped beings similar to horses and other equine animals. 3456 do not have hair of their own. Additionally, they feature three-toed hooves, thick translucent skin, and either single or multiple human torsos fused to the back to coincide with a normal equine head attached to the body. Each torso has a pair of arms and a head attached, where the arm span reaches twice the height of the entity itself. Each arm ends with 5 sharpened, protruding bone digits in place of human fingers. In most instances, 3456s possess a hole where the human nose is normally located, and is capable of emitting high-pitched screams. 3456 instances, thus far, have proven to be impervious to conventional weapons. 3456s have been known to manifest near sites of war, terrorist attacks, and natural disasters. 3456 manifestations are known to engage in predatory and stalking behaviors, utilizing the environment to conceal and camouflage themselves. 3456 will continue such behaviors, deliberately exposing itself to as many individuals as possible until it has captured a large number of individuals before ultimately disappearing. What happens to the victims taken by 3456 is currently not known. If 3456 was incapable of collecting a sufficient number of targets, it will continually appear near individuals who have observed it before until it is able to capture them. The following incident will shed light on an SCP-3456 manifestation in Fukushima, Japan, following the 2011 earthquake. Several Foundation reconnaissance teams were deployed following the event and after the forced evacuation of the city. Their purpose was to assess whether or not the earthquake had been caused by an anomaly. 3456 manifested in several locations during and shortly after the quake, resulting in 2,562 missing persons. The helmet-mounted camera is switched on as the reconnaissance squad departs the helicopter transport. Navigation is sending you coordinates. If you encounter an anomaly, radio its location and containment teams will be deployed. Under no circumstances is your squad to engage an anomaly. Roger, Command. The camera tilts slightly downward, pointing at a square device on Agent Byer's wrist. Okay, our target is 3 clicks south. We'll have to cross the Arakawa River here. Chow, Lopez, I want those cant counters counting as we're moving. The moment those levels look weird, you say something. Got it? Yes, sir. Got it. For the next 10 minutes, Squad 3 moves through 5 blocks of damaged buildings and roadways with no signs of anomalous activity. At this point, Command noted the presence of a dull, rhythmic thumping noise. Intensity of the thumps indicated a distance of roughly 300 meters between the source of the disturbance and the camera's microphone. Please hold your position, Orange Leader. Boss, do you hear that? Sounds like a horse walking on pavement. A crash is heard, and the camera swivels 180 degrees. Lopez's cant counter can be seen on the pavement, glass shattered. Command, we might have a problem. The camera pans up from the cant counter on the ground and captures 3456 standing in an intersection 200 meters away. The camera zooms in, and Command notes the translucent skin and fused human torso in the middle of the entity's back. The torso appears to remain limp and motionless for approximately 30 seconds. The communications officer begins talking to one of the higher clearance reconnaissance command officials. We have a 3456 manifestation. What? That's 3456? What is it doing here? The torso begins to move, slowly straightening into an upright position. Its arms begin swinging, damaging and destroying several structures around it, which drew Brian's attention. Move your team out of the street and into the buildings to your left. Roger, Command. 3456 has stopped moving its arms and turns towards the reconnaissance team. It emits a loud vocalization for approximately 5 seconds. "Orange Leader, get your team out of there! It's seen you! Everybody move, now!" 3456 can be seen charging towards the squad, appendages reaching towards the screen. A UAV drone is seen firing a missile at the entity. There is an explosion as 3456 emits a wail and disappears beneath a cloud of smoke. "Will that kill it, Command?" "No, George. It only slows it down." The squad enters the building and begins climbing the stairs. The screen begins vibrating excessively, and the sound of 3456 approaching the building can be heard. Bryans is seen directing the squad members to the door of a large utility closet. As Byers closes the door behind them, the video feed displays a shadow blocking out the light of the window. 3456 can be heard breathing heavily outside the window. It lingers at the window for a moment before disappearing from view. SCP-3456's shadow begins moving away from the building and out of frame. The camera shakes and is slowly pulled back into the closet. "Orange Leader, is your squad still intact?" "Command, what is going on?" You and 2 of the other squads have encountered SCP-3456. Currently, all attempts to contain or neutralize it have failed, and it wasn't supposed to be here. Supposed to be? You put me and my team in a hot zone with a hostile entity that isn't supposed to be here? What are we supposed to do now? We could have died. It hates fresh water. That's helpful. What are we supposed to do? Splash a bottle of water on it and watch it melt? If you get to the bridge over Arakawa, it won't be able to follow. It's about 1 kilometer out, and it should take about 15 minutes to get there if you use the buildings for cover. A helicopter will be waiting for you there. Remember, don't let 3456 trap you. It will torture you. Brian is seen giving the signal to move out. The squad spends the next 15 minutes moving between different buildings. The squad stops approximately 50 yards from the bridge, a few meters from a large intersection. The frame pans from left to right in a 360-degree arc as Byers surveys the surrounding buildings. There is no sign of 3456, but a CH-47 Chinook helicopter was seen on the bridge. Sweet Mary, Mother of Jesus, we're saved! The squad begins walking forward, but stops. 3456 emerges from the street to their left, 5 meters ahead, and turns so that it directly faces the reconnaissance squad. The torso leans down on the right side, and both the horse and the human torso emit a vocalization. From the bridge, small arms fire can be heard and seen colliding with 3456's skin. 2 RPGs collide with the entity along its neck, to no effect. What do we do now? The camera moves down to Brian's, who pulls 2 canisters from his belt, stun grenades. We run. Brian's flips the pin on the grenades and looks back at the squad. Shield your eyes. Hey, ugly! Brian's throws the grenades into the air and begins running forward. Byers looks down to avoid the flash. There is a bang, and 3456 is heard wailing. Byers looks back up. Lopez and Bryans can be seen in front. They've nearly reached the bridge. The camera turns slightly to the left, and Chow can be seen running alongside Byers. The feed suddenly spins. Byers is level with the ground and begins sliding backwards. The camera lifts up, and Byers can be heard screaming. Perspective tilts up and shows the entity's hand wrapped around Byers' left leg. Byers' head tilts back to a more level angle, depicting her ascent into the air as she continues screaming. The camera stops moving up and focuses on 3456's face, at which time it is noted to be smiling. A golden crucifix and a World War I British infantry helmet can be seen within 3456's forehead before the camera feed terminates. Timestamps from visual footage indicate that SCP-3456 had disappeared when the video feed was terminated. Agents Byers and Chow have been declared missing and remain unaccounted for. Remember to check out my new animation channel, TheRubber Talks, where I share my life story, thoughts, and opinions. Just click on the link in the description to enter the Rubber's world. Before we end this video, we are proud to present these incredibly sweet pieces of fan art. A big thank you to all of you. You can now send us your fan art, and we will be more than happy to show off your best art piece in our next video. Check out our description below on how to submit. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Which SCP do you want to see in the next video and why it is interesting? Let us know in the comment below. We will draw your story and share it with the world. Don't forget to click like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. Please share it to your friends if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!